So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how stupid and freaking annoying Waterfall is.
Honestly, I have no idea what's wrong with these kids, and I have no idea why the hate for Waterfall is still a thing until right now, 2021. So welcome back to another video. So I got myself a new mic, which is really cool. I hope you guys can hear my voice better this time. In this video, I'm just gonna talk about Waterfall haters and why the hell you should stop hating on them. I have a few reasons. All right, my friend of mine, which is a Waterfall member, made a video about why you should not hate on Waterfall. Here are my reasons. They're pretty similar to his, but I'll try to explain. So apparently, you think that they are annoying just because they took your zones in like a mere second, and you told them you don't have a life. Well, here you tell you what. T- Tell you what. All right. So if you actually check their weekly wins, they are actually enjoying their life, and in fact, some of them are not really that active. Like, for example, this recording I'm showing right here. I have 160 plus weekly wins, and I am not even that active, and I don't know how the hell did I get that much of a weekly win count. Don't ask. So if you compare my weekly wins to to some of the Waterfall members, as you can see, some of them only has like less than 100, less than 50. Like you can see that they're not even no lifing this game. Well, sure, some of them are actually no lifing for some reason, but that's really on them. Him about Waterfall members having a life, it's up to them. You don't have to care about them. If they don't have a life, it's their problem. But tell you what, not all members don't have a life. Okay, some doesn't have a life. They seriously grind their ass out, but it's totally up to them. Is how they play the game, all right? Here is just the recording. Look, everybody just has less than 100 weekly wins. Look at my friend Crazy. He's taking a break. Not even 100 weekly wins. Look at Waterfall Leader. He's too busy playing Genshin Impact. I swear to God. Alright, so you might be asking, so if they have such low weekly win, how the hell did they get so much valor? So, well, if they got all the zones, if they capped the whole map, and they're still getting valor, well, the obvious reason is exactly they collect income. Alright, Waterfall officer requires you to collect as much income as possible. The minimum is 8. And if you have like less than 10k, they probably just kick you out. But it really depends on the activity of the leader. Let's say the leader got grounded for some reason. I don't know how Malaysian parents works that well, because I don't really care. And sometimes he's just too busy playing Genshin Impact. I swear. If I were a leader of the best clan, I would have just I would just focus more on my clan and be more concerned about the situation, the status, and all that stuff instead of just playing some gacha game. I don't know, RPG open world game if that's what you call it. And then about them stealing all the zones. Well, as you can see, they have this kind of system called map watching, where they're where they're like people volunteering to. I think it's that they're volunteer. I'm not really that sure of the system, but I know they're map watchers looking at the map. So whenever there's zones captured, they will just notify Waterfall members. And obviously, we can tell that they are like Waterfall members from every single region, from Asian to North America to whatever place you think of, except for North Korea, of course. So obviously they have those map watchers to watch the map 24/7. They obviously get sleep. It's just that they just shift. They just make shifts in some kind, and they're pretty active. Like you just make a simple ping, probably just notify the members. Boom, they got the shit done. It's just that easy. Alright, it's okay to hate people, alright? So let's say that they're toxic Waterfall members. Go hate them. Nobody likes toxic players right here. It's fine to hate them, but you don't hate the whole fucking clan. They did nothing wrong. All they do is just do what they're supposed to do. Play clan war, get wins every time. I don't know. It's just them. Like, you don't have to stop crying about it. If you're crying about them spamming weapons, spamming heavies and ants life, specifically their map, then you should actually notice the fact that they're actually just doing clan war. They're doing clan challenges, spamming heavy in ants challenge. Obviously they're doing clan challenges because they were told to do so. Spamming back in Nuclear City, they were told to do so. You don't cry about them spamming the goddamn weapons. I don't get it. Why? They're just doing their shit. Like spamming ultimate and pool party primary challenge. It's just that simple. Like instead of hitting them, why don't you consider feeding them the kills? It helps them. It's really up to you, to be honest.
And the kid had the scythe, the new. Here, let me see. It's in here. What's it called? The thermal ultra stuff. I'm like scythe. I'm like, what is this kid do in his life, bro? It's like this kid's obviously in no life. I mean, didn't we already know he's in Waterfall too? But kid, you gotta have some sort of life, you know?
Alright, there's a thing called hard magic raid, and there's another thing called team strike. Alright, if you're good at spamming ultimate, go to team strike. Alright, you can get a butt ton of exp very fast and a lot of rewards. But if you're a lazy ass just like me, you can consider getting yourself a hard magic raid squad and probably just grind it because it gives you a butt ton of exp, which is 125 exp for the first place. Like that's literally how I farm those veteran weapons. And as I said, you get a squad really easily, and you get the weapons really fast. And the fact that this video is like 2 weeks ago, so props to him. He get the weapons before I do, so GG to him.
And this is a message to every Waterfall member. Go f yourself. Goodbye.
Honestly, this kid is just being mad just because he's just doesn't have a better clan like compared to Waterfall, and then he just start cussing all of that shit. And I'm kind of surprised this video hasn't been flagged as hate speech because of that last thing he said to go screw themselves, which is something you would expect from a 9-year-old to say. Anyway, to conclude this video, stop hating Waterfall. They did nothing wrong. I know it pisses you off, but it all comes down to consideration. If they're spamming heavy in duels, let them be. If they're spamming shell bubbler in duels, just help them. Like, to be honest, we have to understand the situation. Their war is not as easy as you think. Like, they're literally against with top clans, and they have to they have to cap the map as soon as possible. So they need an effective strat to do this. And with that said, I'll probably just end the video here. Thank you guys for watching, and probably see you guys in the next one.